Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Time Bokan 24 review for you today. This is DX Mecha Buton. He is a large beetle, and then he also has a robot mode, which is pretty sweet. It's part of the Bokan Mecha series, which is going to feature all the different mecha on the show. Here is a picture on the top of the beetle and robot modes. Pretty much same picture there on the bottom. On this side, it just shows how he can combine with some of the other mecha, which I also have and we will eventually take a look at. And again, just another picture of the beetle and robot mode. Taking a look on the back, kind of same thing, just kind of shows you both modes here. And then it shows some of the other ones in the line. So let's go ahead, let's get him out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here is Mecha Buton out of the packaging with all the pieces that he comes with. He does have a cool sword, which I like quite a bit. This is the main section, the kind of horn of the beetle. You can see here there are two kind of pegs and then two big clips right here on the front. So you're just going to go ahead and clip them right on to form the front of the beetle. This little piece is used to cover this kind of socket on top. You don't really use it for anything right now. Oop, I accidentally knocked the helmet off. I'll show you how that works in a minute. I'm thinking that that port is probably going to be used for some kind of combination later on. And for right now, they just gave you something to cover it, which I appreciate. What you can do, go ahead and open up the wings back here. And you can collapse the sword. And then this little peg right here is going to fit in that little peg hole right there. But before we do that, I'm going to kind of move these pieces out of the way. Really deep. You can kind of see it. It's going to be hard to see, but right here, and I'll show it off in robot mode because it'll be easier to see then. There's an on-off switch. It's really kind of a pain to get to in this mode. But once I can get it on, you can hear the lights, or you can see the lights go on. So anyway, now I'll go ahead and peg the sword in there, just like that. And then you can close this up. Oh, you know what? I probably didn't put these back. There we go. Okay, now it'll close up. There we go. So here is our fully assembled and completed beetle mode. These legs back here have nice articulation. Each one is on a little ball joint, as you can see there. And you can also swivel the legs back and forth like that. So you can get the legs into a position that you like. And do that with both of them. I'm trying to get it to balance. I'm just terrible at posing these things. And then these front legs are fairly posable. And they kind of have like an elbow joint like that. So I think he looks great. I really like him a lot. He's definitely a nice size. Just for a comparison, something I have handy. Here's Combiner Wars smokescreen. So you can see, as far as the beetle mode goes, he would definitely be bigger than this in vehicle mode. But yeah, he's fun. I like him a lot. Now he does have some lights and sounds. You see this white button on top. So this little section up here lights up. And you get some kind of cool, like, flying around, zooming sounds. So each mode has 3 different sounds. If I press this, it's going to come back around. So just comes back around. But you can see he does have some kind of thrusters back here. I think on the show, they do kind of, like, you can point the feet straight back into more of kind of a flying pose. And I think he can put the hands back here as thrusters, you know, and you can do stuff like that if you just want them to be flying in kind of a streamlined, kind of, you know, plane jet mode for the beetle. But so there's some nice playability in the beetle mode. I think that's nice. You got a lot of nice joints there. You can get some good beetle leg poses. You got some lights and sounds, and I love the look of this guy. He looks fantastic. Just a giant, super fun beetle with big old googly eyes. But yeah, I love them. Let's go ahead and check out the transformation into robot mode. Alright, so here we go. Transformation, fairly simplistic. You're going to go ahead and just pop this beetle face off again. No problem there. Put that off to the side. You can come down here and just completely lift up the beetle wings. And I mean, you can lift them up in beetle mode as well if you want it to look like, because he has wings that are flying. I probably should have shown that. So you can lift them up at any time. I appreciate that they're not like spring loaded or anything, because I think it would be a real pain trying to keep them closed. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the sword. I'm going to zoom out just a bit if I can. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to come down here to these beetle legs and swing them straight down. And you can see that this one has a tab on the side. So you're going to peg them together. Very simply, just like that. Do the same thing over here. Peg them together. Then these pieces up here that I showed earlier, you're going to kind of unpeg them from each other. And then you're going to rotate this down. And then you can rotate this white part out. And it's going to become the front of the robot feet. And how this works is this piece, the kind of bend in the insect leg, is going to fit right here in this section. Just like that. And then this bottom part kind of becomes the heels. So do the same thing for the other leg. And that just bends in there like that. And then that's going to become your robot legs. Now at this point, you're going to grab a hold of this kind of goldish piece. And this whole assembly is going to rock backwards. Just like that. And then it's going to rotate around 180 degrees and stop there. So with the wings, you have some choices. If you want to kind of leave them out like that, that kind of looks cool. But the directions show it kind of dropping down like this and almost kind of like forming a back cape. So as you can see, here's the robot head. You can actually take this off because when you do combinations, you're going to get other heads. So you're going to want to take that off. And this is where all the lights come from. It's this piece here. So you're going to flip this out. And that's going to form a crest. And then you can just pop this head back on. You don't have to take the head off to do that. I just wanted to show you that the head can come off. And then you're going to, you can see this kind of lower half right here is going to just completely swing 180. Just like that. And that's going to form your entire robot fist. And at that point, you can see that they can swing out. I advise that you swing them out because you're going to kind of need that room. Because now you kind of have the beetle pincer kind of in his armpit, or at his elbow, rather, I should say. So you're going to want to kind of make sure you swing it out to the side so that he can still have pretty good range of motion with his hands. But you can see there that the robot is pretty much done. You're going to take this and split it open. And this is going to form a really cool chest piece. And then you're just going to put the same two pegs right into here. And when you click it in, he should light up. I don't think that quite worked how it's supposed to the first time. Let me try. I think I hit the button by accident. So there you go. He says Mecha Buton robot mode. And it's a really beautiful green that it lights up. And now when you press the button, he has 3 sounds again. You can see the eyes light up red there. And then it'll cycle back around. So I really love the bright green eyes. They look fantastic. For the one, the eyes do light up red, but for 2 of them it's green. They both look great. Now you can see there's a really long peg here on the handle of the sword. And that's for the inside of the hand. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of hard to see because it's deep in there. You can kind of see it better from underneath. There's a slot. So you just go ahead and pop this in and it'll kind of wedge into that slot. You don't have to super smash it in there, but... and so he can wield his sword. It's kind of a tiny little sword. I kind of wish it was a little bit longer. But for the most part, not a big deal as far as sword length there. I love the look of this guy. I think he looks amazing in robot mode. Now, I will mention he came with little stickers, so that if there are two kind of little screws right here, you can kind of see. I'll take this off again just so you can get a little bit closer look. There's a little screw there, and there's a little slot right there. It did come with stickers, so if you want to go ahead and put them over the screws and the slots, you can. It doesn't really bother me, and I never have good luck with stickers, so I kind of just wanted to leave them off because I don't want them to fall off due to heat or, you know, later on, anything like that. So I left them off. They also have stickers you can put on the eyes, but I feel like they light up so beautifully green, I don't want to cover that with a sticker. So I was kind of confused as to why it has that. So again, I just left them off. So there are just a few stickers with this set that I did want to mention, but I personally left them off. Let's see if I can get this to... I mean, come on, look at those beautiful green eyes. I can't imagine covering them with stickers. But I love this guy's robot mode. I think he looks absolutely fantastic. Super fun. And as I mentioned before, all the other mecha that come out do combine with this guy. They call it kind of cosplay mode. And he gets different chest plates and helmets and accessories and things like that. So this line is a lot of fun. It looks really amazing. Sorry, I should mention real quick, for articulation, it is pretty limited. The shoulders can move up and down like this. There's that joint there right at the shoulder. And then you have the kind of 90 degrees in the elbow, but if you have the sword, it's going to hit this. So for the other one, you can move it up more. You can see that goes all the way up. And then you kind of have the in and out and to the side at this joint here where the white meets the shoulder. Not really anything for the legs. They can kind of go in and go a little bit out, but they cannot move forward. So I just wanted to mention that. The legs are pretty stationary because of how they transform. So the only articulation you're going to get is in the arms. So I did want to mention that. And I mean, you do have some play here in the kind of covering here for the wings. If you wanted to do something like that, if you wanted to pretend he was flying, if you wanted to leave him out like this, that kind of looks neat. But for the most part, the instructions just kind of have it hang down there as a cape. I kind of personally think that looks best. But there's a little bit of play there. If you want to get a little creative, there is some movement there. So I absolutely love this guy. I mean, it's a good quality toy. All the joints and everything feel really tight. The lights and sounds and everything work really well. I did forget to mention he does take 2 AAA batteries, which at this point are going to be inside here. Right there is the battery plate. There's 2 AAA batteries that go in there. But yeah, I absolutely love this guy. He's a lot of fun. Nice, solid toy, good quality. And I think the lights in here are just really beautiful, and the sounds are a lot of fun too. Not to mention, there's so much possibility with all the other mecha that are coming out. I have a couple of them, and I will get to them, and even more have come out since the ones I've gotten. It's just so many different combinations as far as some combined in Beetle mode, some combined in Robot mode. Every time you add a new guy on here, you get 3 new sounds. It's a whole lot of fun. He's definitely a base to a whole toy line that's just a lot of fun with a lot of different combinations, and there's going to be a lot of playability with this guy by the time we're done. So I fully recommend it. It's somewhere in the area of 3,600 yen, if I'm not mistaken, before shipping, depending on where you get it. But there's a lot here. I mean, you know, it transforms, it has lights and sounds, plus there's going to be a lot more sounds we're going to get out of this guy over time. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at DX Mecha Buton from Time Bokan 24, and thank you guys so much for watching.